What's going on, guys? Today's video is on a hot topic, remote work. A lot of companies are having to shift to this style due to the virus outbreak, and I've gotten like a few coworkers asking about it, friends, family. I've been a big advocate for remote work for a while. Previously was able to work remote, but in my current job, it has been non-applicable until this point. So now that we're shifting over and very quickly, I've just gotten a few questions, and I actually wanted to make a video for anybody else who's in this similar situation and having to just readjust to this style. So first thing I kind of want to talk about is just the benefits to get you in the right mindset about remote work. See that there are some goods to it, and then I'll actually talk about like some tips, pointers, things to keep in mind. This is going to be a change for a lot of people, so this is for those. So I'll start with the benefits. So the benefits, for the most part, it's going to be time. Time is going to bleed into everything else, but time is a huge factor. Me personally, I have around a 2-hour commute a day. An hour there and an hour back. And I'm talking the roads can be clear, and it's still going to take me a solid 45 minutes to an hour to get to work. Now, if there's an accident or something, that's it. I'm late probably. So you're going to save a lot of time now working remotely. And that bleeds over into the fact of you save gas, and then you save food. You're not going to be driving as much, so obviously you get gas, and you're going to be at home. So you may want to go out, because you can, of course, with the money that you're saving on the amount of gas commuting there, but you'll be given a little bit more time to actually cook as well. So you'll save on food. Those, pre-cooked meals and things like that will actually be pretty good when you're working from home. For me, I have a lot of outside hobbies that I really am almost always thinking about. Obviously you're at work and you're trying to make sure that you're focused on work and stuff, but as soon as my lunch hits, I'm like, all right, what can I do during lunch that is for my outside videos? YouTube, Twitch, if I'm doing some photography stuff. So for me, 2 hours a day over an entire year's time, doing the math actually added up to 21 and a half days that I would spend in traffic. That time is so valuable to me, and to anybody else who's in a similar situation, that's time that can be spent with your family, that's time that can be spent on hobbies, making new hobbies, friends, the list goes on. So time, biggest factor that you're going to be saved. The one question that started this all was how to continue being productive. You're going to try to mirror your workflow just at home. Now this is one of the hardest pills to swallow for bosses, employees, it doesn't matter. But the one thing that most people need to keep in mind, you're not always actually working 8 hours a day in an office life. Sometimes you're actually just filling 8 hours with work. Now my position is like that. Obviously if you're in the service industry or something where you're on your feet, manual labor, yes, you're probably working consistently 8 hours. But for the types who are answering emails, going to meetings, a lot of that time you're now going to see was pretty much a waste of time. We're going to see all those emails that are all those meetings that could have been in an email. We didn't need to go sit in this thing for an hour. And you're going to see that adjustment. You now have time to probably make breakfast. Now that's a very underrated thing. I know at a lot of jobs you probably might make breakfast before you go to work, but I feel like because of the commute, I was always rushing. I would always either eat, while I'm driving on my way to work, or as soon as I got to work, I would grab like a bagel or something, and then I'd automatically start work and I'd be eating. Now with this, little bit extra time, even if it's 10 extra minutes, you could just sit down and just eat and actually check your Facebook and check, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. It's not always a waste of time. You can use it now. You should always eat breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Second, and this is moving over so more so your workflow, continue to dress the same. Now that sounds weird because a lot of people immediately are like, oh, I get to work from home? Bro, I'm going to wear sweats. Oh, I'm not even going to wear pants. You're only going to see my top half anyways. So you want work time to still feel like work. If wearing sweats ends up downplaying how you mentally think about work, then you're going to downplay your work. If you're used to business casual, jeans and a t-shirt, continue wearing business casual even though you're at home. That'll kind of still put you in the mentality of work. Now I would say test it. If you have the ability to wear sweats now, try it. Wake up and put some sweats on and see if you still feel good. See if you're still productive. But the whole thing is that you still want to feel like you're working. Remote work allows you more time, freedom, and all this other stuff. But during the time that you're at work, you still need to be focused on work. One big thing as I'm an advocate for remote work is I want people to work as efficiently as possible without stressing themselves out, but I do want to weed out those people who ruin it for everybody else. And now that companies are forced to now move over into this type of lifestyle, I don't want it to go back afterwards and we're going to be told the same excuses that, oh, remote work isn't applicable. After this, there's no going back. This is more so for the people who are going to be experiencing this for the first time and don't want to go back, or people like me who have been trying to do this and absolutely don't want to go back. This is a huge productivity point. Schedule as much as possible. When you go into the office or when you go into your normal job, you kind of have like a mental way of doing things, whether you start the morning with checking emails or checking tickets or whatever your type of workflow is, mirror that at home, but write it down. Write a little checklist on your wall or something like that so that while you're at home, you still feel the mentality of this is what I need to do in this order. I only check emails twice a day, around noon and then around 4. Those are the most times that people will be responsive, and if it is an escalation, I'm still doing it throughout the day. But schedule your time out. Schedule and make sure you know this is what I'm going to do. Set goals throughout the day. Set task goals. At any given point in time, if you know I have this that's important to do, write it down and be like, this is something that I need to do throughout the day. So at some point, you will check that off and feel like you were productive. There's going to be time wasted at home, but to me it's not really time wasted just as much as it was at work. Every 2 hours I might take a break. Take your breaks. You're going to be sitting at home quite a bunch, and at the job that might be okay. Your boss is always walking around. You go 6 hours without getting up. Don't do that at home. You now have complete freedom for the most part, as long as your workforce allows you to. If it's like a call center, I mean, you're given those 15-minute breaks where you sign out. Don't abuse it, but take your breaks. They are majorly important. Honestly, we're humans. We need sunlight. If you have an apartment complex or if your neighborhood is safe enough, of course, go take a walk. Even if it's just down to the mailbox or something, but take breaks, because being stressed out and on your own is going to take its toll. So while at work, you have your coworkers who you're able to talk to and, kind of de-stress, bounce ideas off of, you will still be able to do that. And the next point is communication with your coworkers. We have what's called Zoom. A lot of tech companies use that, but we also have an internal messaging system as Slack. A lot of companies use Skype, MSN, or something like that. Like, use your internal system to continue talking to your coworkers almost as normal. Slack them, see if they got 5 minutes, Zoom them, schedule a quick meeting or something. My coworkers even joked that they're literally just going to Zoom at the very beginning of the day and just leave it on. You might not even be talking to your coworkers, but just to be able to vent and have them laugh, that'll help you mentally. So do that. Don't think that because you're stuck at home now, you're not allowed to talk to anybody. We're social distancing physically. The internet has allowed us to do quite a bit. My last point, and this one I find is very important, when work is over, work is over. This is for the jobs that, you have problems that go day over day. If you're lucky enough like me, I have a home office. I am very equipped for this already. You can't really see it, but over here I have my workstation. Make sure you pack it up. Just close your laptop and put it in a bag or something like that. Turn off the computer. But when work is done, work is done. Do not let it stress you out outside of work, because your home is still your home and you don't want the two to bleed into each other. It may a little bit, and that's unavoidable. Even being at work, sometimes that bleeds into your home life. If you are, 8 to 5 type person, 5 o'clock comes around, send that last email, and close your life at work until the next day. Actually, one last minute point, and I didn't really think about this until now. My workstation is very clean. Keep your workstation almost exactly as your work is at your workstation at work. If you got a calendar and you have the ability, bring the calendar home. Still put you in the work mentality. If you have any questions, you want to talk more about remote type stuff, you want to, chat and just figure out if this is good for you or what other things that I do, just let me know. You can put it in the comments, you can send me a message. If you like this video, I'm planning on making more, not necessarily all about remote work, but just in general, my office life, my hobbies, things like that. Subscribe. I'm definitely going to be making more videos now that I have more time. So yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell if you really care and want to know the next time I put something up. Both would be fine. But otherwise, have a good day. We're going to get through this, by the way.